the military. While one learns social justice, the other fights for his country. Both receive health care and training from the state. But in order for the man in red to maintain his benefits, he must complete his term of service. While in the blue nation, all of these benefits are universal. Are these two countries socialist? It is likely you would only call the blue state socialist. But why? Organizationally, they are identical. Both centralized governments disrupt the free market, and both men benefit off the taxpayer's dime. The critical difference is not how each state operates, but what they accomplish. The blue state awards its citizens for simply existing. They can be unhealthy, lazy, or selfish and receive benefits all the same. While in the red state awards its citizens for service. Service that holds men to a standard of behavior that is beneficial to the nation. The question we should be asking is whether or not the two states are implementing the same kind of socialism. Today, mainstream politics exclusively associate socialism with the left. However, socialism is also implemented by the right. There are two kinds of socialism, one that weakens and the other which strengthens the people. After his time in college is complete, the man in blue will either have no marketable skills, or he will be competing in a job market with thousands upon thousands of individuals who graduated with the same degree that he has, fighting for the same job. His indoctrination in gender studies, diversity, and cultural Marxist rhetoric will ruin his chances of building a healthy family, if he is even capable. As a result, he and his children will remain reliant on the state, assuming that he has any. The influence of government grows constantly in the blue nation. As new weaknesses arise in the population, they require more public intervention, whether it be providing medication, food stamps, or enlarging the police force. This kind of socialism is a straight path to a dystopian nanny state. Meanwhile, in the red state, after being discharged from the military, the man in red has many useful skills. He is in the perfect situation to build a strong family that does not require public assistance. Because of nationalist policy, his children will have more opportunity to act independently from the state. This kind of socialism limits its own power. The government uses benefits to encourage training in combat, giving its citizens the ability to fight against both foreign invasions and domestic tyrants. In the red country, there is little need for public programs. The population is healthy, industrious, and morally sane. If two socialist states can be complete opposites, then their socialism must have different names. One of them is Marxism, and the other is National Socialism. National Socialism is socialist policy with the express purpose of empowering the people, not the state. Unlike Marxism, where a welfare regime is the ultimate end, government in National Socialism is simply a tool. Its goal is to create men who are capable of protecting and growing their people. Since race determines the inherent qualities of a people, National Socialism preserves the country as both a cultural and biological entity. Our loyalty is not to a man or a state, but to our blood. We obey a government so long as it is in the interest of the families and communities that compose the nation. Call it hateful. Call it collectivism. We call it serving something greater.
unseres Staates. Nein, die Bewegung, sie lebt und sie steht felsenfest begründet. Und solange auch nur einer von uns atmen kann, wird diese Bewegung seine Kräfte leihen und für sie eintreten, so wie in den Jahren, die hinter uns liegen. Dann wird vor Trommel die Trommel kommen, vor Fahne die Fahne, dann wird vor Gruppe die Gruppe stoßen, zum Gau der Gau, und dann wird endlich diese gewaltige Kolonne der geeinten Nation nachfolgen, das früher zerrissene Volk. Es würde ein Frevel sein, wenn wir jemals sinken ließen, was mit so viel Arbeit, so viel Sorgen, so viel Opfern und so viel Not erkämpft und errungen werden musste. Man kann nicht dem untreu werden, was einem ganzen Leben Inhalt, Sinn und Zweck gegeben hat. Es will nicht so etwas aus nichts, wenn diesem Erde nicht ein großer Befehl zugrunde liegt. Und den Befehl gab uns kein irdischer Vorgesetzter, den gab uns der Gott, der unser Volk geschaffen hat.
The Republican Party, the party of Abraham Lincoln, goes forward united, determined, and ready to welcome millions of Democrats, independents, and anyone who believes in the greatness of America and the righteous heart of the American people. In a new term as president, we will again build the greatest economy in history, quickly returning to full employment, soaring incomes, and record prosperity. We will defend America against all threats and protect America against all dangers. We will lead America into new frontiers of ambition and discovery, and we will reach for new heights of national achievement. We will rekindle new faith in our values, new pride in our history, and a new spirit of unity that can only be realized through love for our great country. Because we understand that America is not a land cloaked in darkness. America is the torch that enlightens the entire world. Gathered here at our beautiful and majestic White House, known all over the world as the People's House, we cannot help but marvel at the miracle that is our great American story. This has been the home of larger-than-life figures like Teddy Roosevelt and Andrew Jackson, who rallied Americans to bold visions of a bigger and brighter future. Within these walls lived tenacious generals like President Grant and Eisenhower, who led our soldiers in the cause of freedom. From these grounds, Thomas Jefferson sent Lewis and Clark on a daring expedition to cross a wild and uncharted continent in the depths of a bloody civil war, President Abraham Lincoln looked out these very windows upon a half-completed Washington Monument and asked God, in his providence, to save our nation. In recent months, our nation and the entire planet has been struck by a new and powerful, invisible enemy. Like those brave Americans before us, we are meeting this challenge.